So today I'm going to walk you through how to add a simple script and how to set it up. So that way when you check a box here or select something specific, that the entire row is locked from further editing. So we'll just need to do this script from a owner or admin account that you still want to be able to have access. So let's go ahead and create our script, extensions and app script, and we'll jump right in. So I'm just going to call this something like lock rows. You can call it whatever you want. And then for our function, so we're going to be using a onEdit trigger, but I don't want to use the native onEdit because that runs based on whoever's using it instead of running based on the owner or admin account. So I'm going to call this something like check my sheet. And then we're going to put E inside of these parentheses, and that's going to capture some data about the edit. And so, for example, that will capture the range that was edited. So e.range. And then we can capture the column and the row. So let's go ahead and grab those real quick. Get row and let column range.get column. And then let's go ahead and grab the value while we're here. Range.get value. And finally, let's get the sheet that was edited or the tab. So here we go. And then this one, we need to go back to that E event object. And this time we're going to go to source and then get active sheet. Just like that. So now we have everything we need to get going. So what I'm going to assume on this is we're just going to apply it to this one tab or sheet called sales. And then we're only going to work if this is checked in this column. So we can use that to exclude the script from going any further by checking to see if that sheet name is sales and if the column being edited is F. So which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll use a if statement here and say if sheet.getName is not equal to sales or column is not equal to 6. And then we're going to do curly braces and just put return inside of that, if I can spell there correctly. So what this is going to do is just going to stop the script from going further if either of those is not applicable. So you may want to switch this around if you have multiple tabs you want this to work on. You may want to do something like if sheet name is equal to settings. Let me undo this real quick. So two equal signs, and we could do something like settings if you just have one tab that you don't want it to work on. And so you could do something like that if you want to flip that around. But let's go ahead and continue. So we're going to show you how to do two things. So first of all, if value is equal to true, we're going to add protection. And then I'm going to show you as well, if you need it, if value is equal to false. And then in here, we'll remove protection. And that's just in case you need something like someone's finalized it, and then you're checking it, you realize there's an error, but you don't want to do it, so you'll uncheck it, and then they can fix it before finalizing it again. So that would be kind of the idea there. So to add protection, we need to first of all get the range that we want to protect. So that would be this entire row here. So we already have the row right here. So what we can do is say protection range, something like this, equals to sheet get range. And then we'll use row, and then we'll start in column 1. And we're only going to do one row, and then we want to go to the last row. So we can just do something like sheet.get last column here, sorry. And that is our range that we're going to protect. So now we can do protection range dot protect, and that gets us our base protection. But I want to modify this, so I could either do it here by adding a period, or I can come back and do let protect, and then we can do something like protect and then remove editors. And then we'll remove the current editors. And so when we do this, protect get editors, this is going to remove everyone from being able to edit that range except for the owner and whoever the script is running under. And so that might be the same if you are the owner of the spreadsheet and you're the one adding it. Otherwise, if you kind of have these two accounts where one's admin, one's the owner, this is going to remove everyone except for whoever's running this script and then the owner, whoever owns the Google Sheet. So that's all we need to add that protection. And then let's go ahead and look at what it takes to remove the protection real quick. And so we'll do let existing protections. And then we'll do sheet get protections. And then we have two different types we can get. And so all we're doing on this one is range protection types. So we'll get that, paste that in there. And then we can just iterate through this. So existing protections, I'm just going to use a for each loop. It just makes it easy to do with the arrow syntax and then curly braces. And I'm just going to say if X, and so this is going to be looping through each one. So if get range of that protection and get row of that range is equal to the row that we're protecting, then we're going to do X dot remove. So that will work just like that. And then last thing I want to show you real quick here. So here we're removing all the editors who have access to this Google Sheet. But if you have another person or people that you want to add, you can add them back here by doing add editor. And then you could do something like admin@email.com if you need to add someone else who can uncheck or modify that data even after it's finalized. So I'm going to just comment this out so it doesn't do anything there, but I'm just going to leave it there so that way you can see that. And so now that we have our code in place, the last thing we need to do is authorize the script and add that trigger, and then this is going to work. So we can authorize it from here or from the trigger menu. I'm going to go ahead and just do it from here. So review permissions, and then we'll go to advanced and go to lock rows. And then we're going to continue here. And then once that's done, this error is normal. It's just because it's not meant to run from this context. And then we're going to go to triggers here and add a trigger. And so there is our function name, check my sheet. And so you can double check there. And then come down here, we want from spreadsheet, and then we want on edit. And then we can click save here. And then once that finishes saving, then this is going to be in place. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, go to protect sheets and ranges, click cancel. So now we can just see if anything is being protected. So I'm just going to check it from here real quick. If we check that, there you can see that got added automatically. If we click on this, you can see only I can edit this range. So let me show you what that looks like. If we pull over this, logged in from a different user. And so now if I come in here, I can't do anything. You're trying to edit protected seller object. So it doesn't allow me to edit. It doesn't allow me to uncheck. And so if I come in here and I click finalized, and so once the script runs, you'll see it pop up over here. So there it's done. And now I can't uncheck and I can't modify anything here. Now, if I come back over here from the admin account, I can uncheck one, and then you'll see that protection disappear. And so if I come back, other account here. So now if I come in here, now I can change things. So once that is unchecked, it removes the protection, and now the other editors on the sheet are able to access and change that. And then when we go back to finalize again, then that protection is going to be added once more, just like that. All right, so the last thing I want to do real quick is show you if you want to use a dropdown instead of a checkbox. So I'm going to come back over here to the script. And then what we're going to do here is if value, instead of true and false, we can do something like this. So we can go edit to dropdown. And then let's change this to finalize. And maybe we could call this edit if we want. And do that. And then let's go ahead and delete these. And then we can go ahead and delete these protections as well real quick manually. So there we go. And so what we want to do now is change this. So if I click finalize, that'll finalize it. And then edit, it'll allow me to edit again. We can also make that like if it's blank. So we come over here, we'll change this from true and put it in single quotes and say finalize. And then here it could be blank or, and that's two pipe symbols, val is equal to edit. And so now at this point, let me pull up that protection again so you can see that. If I click finalize, we'll see that protection pop up here, just like that. There it is. And if I go back to edit, I'll disappear here in a second. And there we go. All right, so that is it for today's video on how to lock a row once you've marked it as finalized, as well as how to remove that protection as well. So make sure to check out the other videos on our channel for more tutorials on both Google Sheets and AppScript. And as always, have a great day.